Oh, good evening, everybody. Good evening, wherever you're watching me from. Good evening. This is Kelvin Ogosage, and I am so glad to be in your faces. Alright, we're having a beautiful conversation this evening, and trust me, it's going to be an amazing one, of course. Definitely going to be an amazing one. So, tonight we are discussing how to leverage relationship to navigate your life purpose. I mean, navigating your life purpose. It can be so amazing. I mean, so if you are joining me, let me monitor the live chart. Let me see those joining us online. If you are joining us quickly, let me know where you are joining us from, wherever you are, all over the globe. Edo State, Nigeria, Benin City, Africa, West Africa. Come on, let me see. Where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from? Quickly, let me see in the live chat. Let me see where you are joining us from. Comment where you are joining us from. So before we kick off, I mean, it's a lot of value tonight. I am super certain you are going to get. If it's breaking, let me know. If it's breaking, let me know. Can I be seen and can I be heard quickly? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Oh, I'm trying to get live charts. Guys, can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let me gesticulate. So in case you can't see me, you can't hear me. You know, I am trying to ask questions if you can see me and if you can hear me, right? Can you see me and can you hear me? Oh, okay. I am I audible? Let me know. Okay, can you see me? Okay, I'm audible. Oh my. Alright, let's move on. So tonight we are having a conversation around uh, leveraging your life purpose, leveraging relationship for your life purpose, and it's a very dramatic topic for me because I mean it holds a very large part of my heart because in this age and time people often disregard relationship and say once I have purpose, once I can run with purpose, that's enough for me. People disregard relationship. They don't pay attention to relationship. Don't pay necessary details to relationship, and that's going to affect you a lot if you are that kind of person that feel like relationship is not important, relationship is not necessary. So this webinar is for you. If go and call your friends, go and call your enemies, go and call your guys, your sisters, your ex, call them all to this webinar, right? Call them all to this webinar. They should be in this webinar and listen to what I'm telling you now, and listen to what I'm going to teach you tonight, right? So let's move on. First, what's relationship? That's if you want to start by definition of term. What actually do you call relationship? What is it? Better still, in what light are we discussing relationship? Are we discussing relationship in terms of platonic relationship? Are we discussing relationship in terms of erotic relationship? What exactly do we mean when we say leveraging relationship in navigating your life purpose? Most people also have the concept that I use what I have to get what I want, right? So there is need for clarification to state what we intend by saying that navigating your life purpose. First, we already have gotten clarity concerning the fact that if you are not a believer, of course, that's not purpose. You might have an ambition, you might be very passionate about what you are doing, but that's not purpose, right? So purpose starts first by coming to the knowledge of the saving grace of Christ. When you come to the knowledge of the saving grace of Christ, that's when you begin to do purpose, right? That's when you begin to do purpose. So I got my teaching from a book. If you read the copy that came with this webinar, quickly follow me. Follow me. Let's go to Luke chapter 16. Luke chapter 16, because that's where I got this webinar from, because I am so certain this webinar is going to bless you. Let's quickly look at Luke chapter 16. It was the story of one unjust servant, so to say, or what we call very smart servant. when I was reading this scripture, I for one thought like, are you kidding me? What exactly is the scripture trying to teach me? Are you trying to teach me to be cunning in that way? But of course, that's not what the scripture is trying to teach us, right? It was a man that actually applied wisdom, what we call the wisdom of cosmos. So even if you are running with purpose, if you don't have the wisdom of cosmos, you will suffer a lot of blow, unnecessary blows at that, right? If you don't have the wisdom to navigate cosmos, you will suffer a lot of blows, I beg your pardon, and that will greatly affect how you will disseminate your purpose. That will greatly affect how you will disseminate your purpose. So it's necessary you have a clear understanding of how these laws play. Back, was it yesterday or day before yesterday about, I was around and it was raining. Guess what? When I just sat down and I was watching, like, okay, now it's raining. The rain did not choose whom to fall on. It didn't say, oh, you come to this side, you're a bad guy. Oh, you come to this side, you're a good guy. So I'm going to bless you for being good as per I'm the rain. So for you to make the most of your impact on purpose, for you to make the most of impact on purpose, you need to think and act like the creator that gave you purpose, right? The creator does not segment when he wants to bless with his resources. As such, your purpose cannot segment. If your purpose want to make the most of impact, your purpose cannot segment. Of course, your purpose has jurisdiction of people that is supposed to bless. It has age range. It has target audience that's supposed to bless. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that in that target audience, you cannot begin to segment and say, oh, this one looks good for purpose, this one looks good for me to benefit from the resources of my knowledge, or benefit from the resources of the wealth of my experience, then this one is not fit. No, you can't do that, right? Quickly, please, if you have not shared this webinar, it's necessary you do that. Let me quickly share on my WhatsApp status so we can onboard our WhatsApp community, right? Let's quickly share on my WhatsApp status so that we can onboard our WhatsApp community. So please, if you have not shared, kindly do that right now. We are live, yes, we are live. Kindly do that. So, alright, good, we are live. So, kindly do that. Let me see. To what's the word now? Segregate and say that my purpose has to be a blessing to this set of people. No, it cannot be so. And if you don't segregate, that means you need to understand the set of people your purpose is meant to bless. Now, one thing I plan to tell you in this webinar is that in every organization, there are key factors, there are key players in that organization. In every institution, there are key players in those institutions, and those key players, they may not be so big, they may not be the main player, they may not be the foreman, but they are key players, and as such, you must understand that because they are key players, it is necessary you collaborate with them. It is necessary you have a relationship with them. If you want to make the best of it, you want to make the most of it, it is necessary you make a necessary relationship with them. Do you understand? So these are the things we will be expounding tonight. Who are these key players in your organization? How do I meet them? How do I start what's the word? Rolling with them. How do I start playing the game of the wise, the game of the smart, right? If you look at this book we'll be considering right now, this story will be considering right now. The guy played the game of the smart, right? The guy played the game of the smart. Quickly, let's read that. I don't plan this webinar to be very long, so it's going to be a very short webinar. We'll go straight to the point. We disseminate the value we ought to give, and off we go. Quickly. So, if you have your Bible with you, right? Yes, I'm going to read from the Bible. If you have your Bible with you, quickly turn with me to Luke chapter 16. All right. Or maybe you can read it later. Let me read from the TPT version. Should I read from the TPT version? Okay, quickly. So, the title sells it off. The title sells it off. The title calls it the dishonest manager, right? Jesus taught his disciples using this story. Once a very rich man hired a manager, right, to run his business and oversee all his work. But soon, a rumor spread that the manager was wasting his master's money, right? So the master called him in and said, "Is it true that you are mismanaging my estate? You need to provide me with a complete audit of everything you oversee for me. For everything you oversee for me, I have decided to dismiss you." Now, this is where it all begins to get interesting. So the manager calls. It's a company owned by a very rich man. So the rich man had a manager, and the manager began to mismanage his resources. Right. So it got to a point the owner of the institution was tired. So he called the manager. He said, "I've heard a rumor that you have been mismanaging my resources, and as such, you have been found wanting. And I want to relieve you of your duties. I want to let you go off my company, so you can go do whatever you are doing outside. That's not what we do here, right? So I'm trying to dismiss you." The manager thought, now that now what am I going to do? I'm finished here. I can't even hide what I've done, and I'm too proud to beg. Just follow me, right? So I have an idea that will secure my future. It will win me a favor, right? It will win me a favor, and it will secure my future. It will win me a favor and secure friends who can take care of me and help me when I get fired. There's this statement: when you are in need, who are the people you can call that can respond to you as soon as possible? When you are in their need of something, who are the contacts in your phone that you can reach out to and say, "Oh, Ade, please, I quickly need," sorry, I think I've fallen in love with the name Ade. Ade, I quickly need this now. What is there anybody of such that you can call that will answer you? Is there anybody of such you can call? I know that this person will answer you. Is there anybody of such? So if you don't have that, you just have phone numbers, you don't have contact, right? It might be very, very funny, but it is paramount. It is important that you know that you don't just have phone numbers on your phone. You have contact, you have people you can reach out to, you have people you can always call, people that are your allies, people that you have built a relationship with, people that you can call and say, "Oh, I feel like there's something going wrong somewhere, there's something I need to address, would you please help me?" Right? If you don't have that, you have phone numbers. I'm not trying to belittle you, but what I'm saying is that you need to know that there are key players in every organization, and you need to know how to meet these key players so that you can navigate your purpose. There is so much resources locked up within you, but those resources might not see the dawn of the day if you don't know how to play the game of relationship. Do you understand? If you don't know how to play the game of relationship, these resources may never see the dawn of the day. These resources may never see the dawn of the day. Now let me explain to you. Wherever we are today is as a result of the relationship we have built hitherto. Wherever you are today is as a result of the relationship you have built hitherto. Now let me quickly share a story with you. Some time ago I was at my barber shop and he was cutting my hair. So I graduated 6 years ago, and the guy was like, so while he was cutting my hair, so I was scrolling through Facebook, and in the process, Facebook sent me what's it called, a throwback, and "Oh, 6 years ago you graduated." I'm like, "Oh, it's been 6 years ago since I left school." And the guy was like, "Oh, 6 years ago? That means you are living my future. Is this how I'm going to be in 6 years' time?" I actually thought I used to live every graduate's future. Right? I actually thought I used to live every graduate's future. Oh my, I have not been recording. That's bad. So I actually thought I used to live every graduate's future. Not until when people that I graduated before got out of school and got jobs. Because these people at a point in time has built relationship that they were able to harness when the time of need came. Do you understand? They had built relationship previously that they were able to harness when the time of need came. There is there is a rule I must give you. Never forget this rule. If you must be one that will make wisdom, that will make resources, that will make strength out of relationship, you must know this rule. It is called the rule of never dig a well when you are thirsty. That's the rule. Never dig a well when you are thirsty. Never dig a well when you are thirsty. You need to dig a well before you are thirsty. Are you with me now? You need to dig a well before you are thirsty. Right? Until you dig a well before you are thirsty, it might not work for you. It might not work for you. Do you understand? So you need to dig a well before you are thirsty. This is one key factor you must play with. Don't say, "Oh, it's like I went for an organization. I went for a meeting. I beg your pardon. I went for a meeting and they said, let's network. So you are looking for the big fish to network with. Say, if I network with this man, this man is CEO, MD of this organization. If I network with this one, I network with this one. Recently, we went to CEO's hangout with Nia Adesanya, and in that meeting, the blessed man Bishop Femi Dausa was around, and because Bishop Femi Dausa was around, everybody wanted to go and network with Bishop Femi Dausa, of course, right? But we fail to look at the fact that relationship is three types, three levels. There's relationship above you, there's relationship at your peer level, and there's relationship below your peer level. When I mean peer, I don't mean age group. I mean resources wise. I mean resources group. I mean wisdom group. I mean what's it called now? I don't know the right word to push this one. Understand that there are three types of relationship you must endeavor to cultivate if you must navigate your life purpose. One is relationship of mentors, relationship of those ahead of you, relationship of those already on top, because everything you think you want to achieve, somebody else have achieved it before, and it will be easier for somebody that passed through a route to show you the route. I saw a video recently on LinkedIn, and it was knowledge versus experience, right? Both of them did perfectly well. Knowledge, it was a video that both people were what's it called, robots. Yes, one robot was tagged knowledge, the other robot was tagged experience, right? So they gave both robots arrows. They gave knowledge arrows, and you could see beside knowledge, he had all the DS, DY, he had all the formulas of perfect projectile. So if I move this arrow with this degree of angle 45, I am certain I'm going to hit the mark. Nice, sweet, perfect, right? So knowledge had all his landmark. He had all his things mapped out. Then here's experience. Experience did not have all those DS, DY. He was not really perturbed because he had done this before over and over again, and he knows what he wants to achieve and how to achieve what he wants to achieve. Do you understand? So here's knowledge. Knowledge stretched out his arrow and off he went. And yes, he hit the mark. Then experience did the same. He stretched out his arrow and off it went. It hit the mark too. But here was the backstory. The cameraman turned. The virtual camera now turned and showed us at the back of what they hit. Here is knowledge. Knowledge hit the mark, but it could not pierce through. Experience hit the mark and experience pierced through. Now, they both achieved the same result, or so to say, seemingly they both achieved the same result, but the effect definitely is different. Do you understand? The effect definitely is different. So, I know you want knowledge, I know you want good knowledge as it may seem, but trust me, experience always does it. Experience what? Always does it. Experience always does it. Experience always does it. Every now and then, experience does it. Experience give you the perfect thing you think you could ever get. Experience. So that's why you must relate. You must network with people that are above you, those that have gone ahead, those that already are in your feet doing the things you want to do. These are the people that can influence your life. These are the people that can shape in your life. These are the people that can give you a heads up concerning where you are going to. right? I can give you a heads up concerning where you are going to. Whatever you want to do, somebody else has done it before. Somebody else have done it before. So look for those key players in your organization and network with them, right? Look for those key players in your organization and network with them. Quickly, let's go to the next one. Relationship at your peer level. Relationship at your peer level. Now, when it comes to relationship at your peer level, I will also share a story here, a very funny one at that. You know, at times we tend to not see, right? We tend to not see because many times we lack the ability to use the eyes of vision to perceive people. So we rate them in their current state and miss out. We rate them in their current state and miss out. Samuel almost fell into that trap of seeing just the natural, that trap of looking at just the natural. Do you understand? Samuel almost fell in that trap. So when he saw the sons of Eli, sorry, I beg your pardon, the sons of Jesse, he saw the first one. Oh, what a well built up man. Look at, I mean, this is the king we have been waiting for. This is the king we are looking at, right? So he saw that man and this man I should anoint. And he when God rebuked him, God told him that, of course, I know you have that tendency to fall into that. Man look at the outward appearance, but God looks at the spirit, right? God looks at the spirit. So it is okay when you are, what's the word? When you tend to fall into this, what I don't know what seemingly look like myopic vision. It is okay, but you must rid yourself of that mentality that you feel like, oh, this person will remain like this forever. As it is said, change is the only thing that is constant. Change is the only thing that is constant. Meanwhile, because I said change is the only thing that is constant, does not mean that you should go about moving with every guy in the street, right? You have wisdom. You can discern. Oh, this one doesn't look like who is going to my direction. This one doesn't look like who is going anywhere. Oh, this one looks like somebody that's going somewhere. This one looks like somebody that's going somewhere. Do you understand? This one looks like somebody that is going somewhere. Then network with that person. Relate with that person. When I was in 100 level, beg your pardon, when I was in 100 level, we were all group of friends. We came into the university system and all of us were just happy doing our thing. Then 200 level, we were still playing. I mean, we could just enter your room, slap your head. You know how guys do their things. Then in 300 level, something dramatic happened. We were all very fabulous in our different fellowship. So something strategic happened. Okay, something happened, and what happened is that okay, let's just go. So something happened, and what happened is that every one of them started becoming leaders of fellowship, leaders of organization, right? Leaders of fellowship, leaders of organization. And I was wowed. That same guy that was my friend in 100 level, I could not access him as at 400 level. Or rather, if I want to access him, I will have to pass through protocols. I will have to meet his secretary. I will have to talk with his secretary. I will have to tell him that, oh, I need to see this person, I need to see that person. That's the same person that could slap his head in 100 level. Right? What has changed? Between 100 level to 400 level, there has been a change of status. There has been a change of responsibility. Responsibility has been bestowed more on him. So there has been a lot of change. And as such, I could not have that natural access I used to have. The same thing for your peers right now. You are looking at them like, oh, this person is at my level. This person, what's this one? Who is this one? Give that person due respect now. That's wisdom. Give that person due respect now, because you see, that same person that was young yesterday is becoming the man tomorrow. That same David that was in the wilderness, that was tending the sheep, is becoming the king tomorrow. Is becoming the king tomorrow. And if you don't respect him when he was in his wilderness state, don't expect him to honor you when he has gotten the throne. When he's in the throne, don't expect him to give you honor. Don't expect him to give you honor.
right? So you must have this wisdom and discernment to know which person has which person is looking like something that is going somewhere, and discern, right? Discern and invest in them. Don't just discern and say, oh, this one is my friend, I have that one as friend. No, discern and intelligently invest in them. Invest in your circle, invest in your relationship, invest in your friendship, invest in people around you. A friend of mine told me something yesterday or sometime within the week. She said, there's one thing I like about you. You always celebrate people. You always celebrate people. Of course, I will always celebrate people. I might not be the one there today, but I know that if my friend, recently my friend just got SSA to the governor of Edo State. I know that if my friend is the SSA, I already have access to the government office. I know that if my friend is the one occupying that office, if I intelligently invest in that friendship, that means not now that is the SSA. I beg your pardon. Get it right. So if I've been investing in that relationship previously, before now, I can access all the benefit that comes with that relationship. You need that wisdom. You need that wisdom. Right? You need that wisdom. Next one, you need to relate with people below you. Whatever you want to leave, right, as legacy will be left with people that you have mentored. All the things you have mastered in life, all the arts you have become a master of, you need people, you need prodigies to pass it on to. No man really survived as an institution if he does not have prodigies. No man survived as an institution if they don't have prodigy. So let me just quickly read on. Let's finish this. Let's finish this story quickly. Let's finish this story. If you have not been following the story is Sonia, I can see you. Thank you for joining us live. The story is at Luke 16. Luke 16, right? Luke 16. So let's continue about the unjust servant, so to say. This man, although unjust, he had wisdom. Wisdom to the extent that Jesus had, in fact, the master had first of all to commend him and said, I have not seen somebody this smart. Right? Although you are unjust, but there are necessary skill, there are necessary understanding you wield that really has put you above your problem. Where you are today is as a result of your lack of knowledge. Where you are today is as a result of your lack of knowledge. Whether you will live there, whether you will continue being there, is also as a result of the information you choose to imbibe. Do you understand? Your current state reflects your level of understanding. Your current state reflects your level of understanding, your level of comprehension, the wisdom you wield. That's what is reflected in your current state. Whatever you are experiencing now is absolutely determined by you. As the great Greek philosopher said, man and death is tabula rasa. You are born without any of this knowledge, and you need to pay a committed attention to imbibing this knowledge so as to navigate your life purpose. Right? Next one. How many minutes have we spent? Close to 30 minutes. Now, go and read this story at your leisure time. 1 to 9, Luke 16, 1 to 9. A few things I pick out of this story. Number one, understanding the strategy that will enhance your relational skill is not something that is out of line for you as a believer. Remember, I told you that for you, when it comes to the conversation of purpose, it has to deal with you being a believer. It has to deal with you being a believer. Alright? So, understanding strategy that will enhance your relational skill is not something the Bible don't support. It's not something you should push away. It's not something you think. You know, when I was younger, they made us believe that once you have God, that's all you need. Of course, I am not saying you don't have God, but I'm saying that this same God you have is not going to come down from heaven to pass your blessing. Opportunities, resources that will take you to your next level in purpose are all imbued in men. They are all hidden in men. They are all accessible through men. Alright? They are accessible through men. Understanding strategies that will enhance your life, your relational skills is not what the Bible does not commend. Right? So now, relationship is by faithful commitment to the development of the other person. Another thing we must beware of, now you have heard navigating your life purpose, and you want to, what's the word? You want to quickly go and network with people. You want to quickly go and relate to people and say, oh, I've heard this now, and I think I should practice it. Don't be parasitic in your relationship. Never choose parasitism in your relationship. This kind of relationship we're talking about that will benefit you and benefit the other person is the kind of relationship that is mutualistic, right? It's kind of relationship that is mutualistic. It's kind of relationship that you intentionally look out for the good of the other person. And at times it will cost you. Relationship is costly. See, relationship that is beneficial is costly. Of course, it's costly. It will cost you. It will cost you your time. It will cost you your resources. It will cost you your money. It will cost you your. In fact, relationship that is beneficial is costly. You need to understand this. Relationship is costly. I was reading a book, and the man said when he was navigating his purpose, when he was navigating his career, he was moving out of his city. Right? He was moving out of his city, and he needed to keep that connection. He needed to keep that relationship. So what he did is that he left the city to go and gain knowledge on a particular field, but he didn't want the people to know, because he knew he was going to return back to that environment, Silicon Valley to be precise. Now he knew he was going to return back to Silicon Valley to do a startup. So what he did was that whenever there is a need for them to get together, he will fly over from the other states and come. Right? There was a day his mentor called him and said, would you let's just choose a name for him. Let's just say Gary. Oh Gary, will you be around tomorrow for this event? Other guys are coming and we need to hang out. And the guy said, yes, I'll be around. And the man who is the mentor don't even know that this guy does not live anywhere close. Right? But this guy who is the mentee knows that if I go for this hangout, there are possible ways I'm going to network, and there are possible ways this is going to affect my career. So he made the sacrifice. And because of that, tangible relationship was born out of that network exercise. Right? Now, look at the man, Bishop David Oyedepo. One day, Archbishop Basic also called him and said, be with me now. Bishop Oyedepo had abandoned everything he was doing, and straight away he went to Benin City. And Archbishop asked him, so you came? He said yes. So you came? He said yes. And he gave him a word order of blessing. He gave him a blessing that he blessed him so much that he turned his life around. Relationship will cost you. I can't even start telling you what relationship has cost me. Right? So I am telling you this, I'm telling me too, because I am still learning. We are all navigating this journey together. Right? We are all navigating this journey together. Relationship is costly. Alright. Quickly, let's just round up this class. Now I'll be talking about relationship. How do I go about this? Is the question. How do I go about this? What should I do? Now I've seen how important relationship is, but what should I do? Now, the first thing you want to do before you venture into any relationship, the first thing is that you need to understand you. Understanding yourself is the key factor in determining the relationship you will eventually engage in. Understanding yourself is the key factor in determining the relationship you will eventually engage in. Right? If you have not known you will not know the appropriate relationship for you. It will be like a round peg in a square hole. Right? So not every relationship is for you, even though beneficial. Not every relationship is for you, even though beneficial. So you need to first understand you, understand your life journey, understand your life purpose, understand the things that relates to you that will determine the relationship that you will eventually engage in. Right? Now, let's look at the unjust servant. The unjust servant knew that, oh, I have done unjustly. My master is coming for me. He's going to take this job from me. So what did he do? The next thing, he went on to start building relationship with the people that owed his master. So the first thing he did, the first thing is he called this one. Oh, so you are owing my master 900 gallons of oil. So what am I going to do? I'm going to slash it. I'm going to remove 50%, and of course you pay 50%. So he did this with the intention at heart that once I am sacked, I will have somewhere to lay my head. So why he was able to do that? Because he had first audited himself. You need to first have a self-audit for you to know the relationship that will be beneficial to you. Have a self-audit. This is who I am. This is where I am currently. And this is what I need to get to where I want to be. Once you have this self-audit, it will help you to know the beneficial relationship that you need to engage in. So you don't go around just proliferating the relationship. I beg your pardon. Do you understand? You need to know where you are so that you don't just enter any kind of relationship. Right? Understand you first. Understand you first. Understand your life purpose. Understand your life journey. Understand your life journey. If you have not understood your life journey, you might not, of course you can still be entering relationship, but you might not enter beneficial relationship that you use to navigate your life purpose. I mean, it is leveraging relationship to navigate your life purpose. So if you have not known your life purpose, if you have not known the destination which you are going to, it will be hard to know the resources you need to get there. If you have not known the destination you are going to, it will be hard to know the resources you need to get there. Second thing you need to do, what's your mindset concerning building relationship? What's your mindset concerning the rich? What's your mindset concerning the poor? What's your mindset concerning mentorship? Right? What's your mindset concerning learning? You know, a friend of mine said something that you need to intentionally curate. Andrew Igbenekana, he said you need to intentionally curate your learning experience. You need to intentionally curate your learning experience. You know, we have been given a culture in Africa where if the teacher doesn't come to teach us, we don't seem to learn. Right? We push our learning experience. We give our learning power to another, and as he will say, to people that even care less, they really actually don't care. They don't care if you learn or you don't, right? So you need to intentionally curate your learning experience. Oh, I need this book. That's why growth is purpose determinant. Growth is purpose determinant. So I was having a teaching some time ago, and I told them that, see, what you call success might not actually be what success is, right? Success is actually a directional growth towards the path of purpose. Success is actually a directional growth towards the path of purpose, right? So, for instance, if I am to be at what's it called? If I'm to be at Lagos, let's use Johnny now. If I'm to be at Lagos and I am driving with so much speed towards Abuja, sir, I have missed my journey. At that time, speed becomes a disadvantage. When you are in the wrong journey, when you are in the wrong direction, speed becomes a disadvantage, right? Speed becomes a disadvantage. So I am supposed to go to Lagos and I am running with so much speed towards Abuja. Let me ask you, am I successful at that intention? Of course no. So success is a directional growth towards purpose. That means I don't need to read 10 books because my neighbor is reading 10 books, because that might not be what my purpose need at that time. But growth is purpose determinant. You have to know where you are going to and do what it necessitates for you to say, I am actually growing. Growth is not attending 10 webinars. Growth is not reading 100 books. Growth is not doing 20 push-ups. As good as those things are, they are not what will determine your growth. Your growth is purpose determinant. Until you have ascertained where you are going to, you can't really measure. There will be no yardstick to measure if you actually have grown from where you ought to be, from where you are to where you ought to be. Do you understand? So it is necessary you understand your life journey first. As such, you can measure, oh, I was here as at this time, I am supposed to be here, but I am currently here. That means I have moved a step further. Do you understand? That means I have moved a step further. So what you have been calling success might actually not be success. It might just be that you are in a competitive race. You are in a rat race of competition. Oh, they posted on his Facebook. Oh, I just got this opportunity. I said, the next one they will announce. The next one they will announce. If I don't get it. Currently now we see that the JPR people in Rwanda, we see how amazing pictures they have been posting, and we say, oh, the next time they will announce an opportunity, I will be. Are you actually serious right now? Do you understand? You may actually go to Rwanda and go and waste your time. As good as those experiences will also add to your journey in life, but it would have been better if you have known that this is what is needed at this time. This is what is necessary for my growth at this time. So your growth is purpose determinant. Your growth is purpose determinant. So what's your mindset concerning growth? What's your mindset concerning understanding purpose? What's your mindset about networking and leveraging relationship? You need to widen your understanding. You need to broaden your mindset concerning these things. You need to broaden your mindset. Don't be myopic in terms of your mindset. Don't be parochial. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. And explore your mind. Explore your mind within a definite boundary, though. Explore. Right? So the next one, your why plays a huge impact. Your why plays a huge impact in the result of your network. Your why, it plays a huge impact. For instance, if you have the truth is that rich people can smell parasites very far. Rich people can smell parasites far away. And another thing about parasitic people is that they are very, very what's it called? They are agitated. Is it agitation? Agitated I should call now, or they want it urgently, right? They want it urgently. They are let's use the local parlance. Their body they hot. They want it as soon as possible. So rich people can perceive this mindset. They can perceive this. I mean, they have seen a lot of your type. They know why you want to network just because of the goodies, just because you want to leverage their network, just because you want to leverage their resources. So they can see this from afar. So for you, that should not be you. We are talking about networking, but there are strategies towards this thing. There's a wisdom towards networking with high-paying clients. There's a wisdom towards networking with high-profile people. There's a wisdom, right? There's wisdom. There are people you see, and you also know that there is nothing I can do with this one. With the way they act, with the way they talk, with the way they behave, just know that no, I can't deal. As it said, a friend of a thief is also called a thief. And evil communication, it corrupts good manners. So you can perceive this person's manner and say, no, I don't want to deal with this one. And you have been praying, send me helper, but your helper just came, but he can't relate with you because of your why. You want to relate to this person. You want to have a connection with this person. You want to be in his network all because of you alone. That's parasitic relationship. So a relationship that will benefit you has to be mutualistic. The relationship that will benefit you, that will help you navigate your life purpose, have to be very extremely mutualistic. Next one, what will you serve in the table of kings? Quickly, what will you serve in the table of kings? When it comes to networking and leveraging relationship, you need to have something to put in the table. You need to have something you are bringing to the table. That's what, in fact, if you don't have anything you are bringing to the table, you might access the room, but you will not last long in that table of discourse. You will not last. There has to be a competitive advantage you have that you are consistently serving, that is servicing that relationship. There has to be a competitive advantage you have that others will want to, that is pulling others to network with you, right? That is making them want to relate with you. What's your gift? And you know the sweet part? The sweet part is that this competitive advantage is one thing that everybody has. You might think you don't have a competitive advantage. The truth is that you have not you have not uncovered your competitive advantage. Your competitive advantage is your what's the word? Is your base of success. Is your base of wealth. That's what God gave every human for wealth. Your gift and your talent is the base that God gave every human. Now let me explain. Many people think to be wealthy is through education. No, God will be unrighteous and God will be untrue if He relies your success and your financial stability on the basis of education. Right? Now, let me explain something. In Jeremiah chapter 1, scripture tells us that the man called Jeremiah was called forth. And he said, before I formed thee in thy mother's womb, I knew thee, and have ordained thee a prophet, and have sent thee to the world. What that means is that Jeremiah was created as a prophet. Now, after he was created as a prophet, God called him. Oh, I have put the gift of the prophetic in you. Now, Jeremiah, prophesy for me. There's what we call user testing in product launching. After every product is launched into in fact, before every product is launched into the market, the product is tested. Oh, this is a charger, or this is my Samsung phone, right? Now, this Samsung phone, if you look at the pack of the Samsung phone, the manufacturer tells you it will connect to Wi-Fi. The manufacturer tells you it can make call. The manufacturer tells you it can browse. How did the manufacturer knows it can browse? Have you thought about it? The manufacturer, after producing this phone, have a set of people that he give this phone to. What they do, they will test it. Oh, did it connect to internet? Yes, it connected to internet. They will check that. Oh, they use it to make call. Did it connect to call? Yes, it made call. They check that. Did it connect to this? Yes, it did that. So every feature you will see on that pack of the phone, they have already tested it on that phone and they ensure that it works well. That's why they were so confident enough to give you warranty that if this phone does not work, return it back, we will give you your money. Do you understand? So they have tested this phone and they know that this phone can work perfectly. This phone can do everything they have said it will do. That's why they gave you a warranty. That's it. And they said, go and use this phone. We are certain that if this phone don't do everything we have promised you to do, return the phone, we'll give you back your money. They were so confident. The same thing God did for Jeremiah. Jeremiah, before I formed thee in thy mother's womb, I have made thee a prophet. That means I have tasted every gift I am giving you, and those gifts worked perfectly in the heavens. That means you were a prophet before I even sent you to the earth. You prophesied accurately. So you are not coming to the earth to become a prophet. No, you were already a prophet before I sent you to the earth. So whatever gift you have now, it has been tested and it works fine in the heavens. Before you were bossed and dispatched to the earth. Do you understand? Before you were bossed and dispatched to the earth, God has tested you. For those of you that have the gift of singing, He has tested you and you sang perfectly. For those of you that have the gift of acting, He has tested you and you acted well. So you are not coming to manifest this gift. You already have this gift. And as such, this gift and talent, they are your competitive advantage for success. They are your competitive advantage that you can bring to the table of kings and network with men of great place. Do you understand? So this is your competitive advantage. You can always serve to your world. Your competitive advantage. Your competitive advantage. So when it comes to the table of kings, you must always have a competitive advantage you are bringing. For Solomon, his competitive advantage was wealth and wisdom. Wealth and wisdom. So to the extent the Queen of Sheba saw Solomon, and scripture tells us that her spirit left her. She passed out. She fainted. Because the competitive advantage Solomon was presenting was way weightier than what she brought. She brought gifts, she brought things. But when she came to the table of kings, what she saw was what her mind could not comprehend. Do you understand? So you must have what you want to bring to the table of kings to serve. And that thing is that the good news is that you already have that competitive advantage. For you, it might need a little bit of polishing. It might need that you need to prune it well. It might need that you need to work on it perfectly. But trust me, you already have a competitive advantage. You already have a competitive advantage. Only that you have not uncovered it and you have not developed it. Next one, it takes a network. All we are saying now is that you can't do so much. You can't do so much without a network. You can't do so much. Steve Jobs needed Steve Wozniak. Bishop Oyedepo needed Bishop David Abioye. Right? Reverend Chris Oyakilome needed Reverend Tom. You can't do life alone. You can't do life alone. There are key people that have been placed in your line of purpose to help you and help you remove the burden, to lift you, to release the burden. There are people that have been placed there. You can't do life alone. You can't do life alone. Who you know definitely is better than what you know. Who you know definitely is better than what you know. Who you know is better than what you know. Do you have questions? Do you have questions? Let's. And of course, at the end of the guy's life, the guy was able to leverage on the relationship, and he has built that too. Do you have questions? I need questions. Then we can look at the comment sections. Anybody have questions? Let me hear. What are the questions you have? Questions, so we can run off here. Amazing time here. Right? Amazing time here. So you need to understand this and start building. Start intentionally developing relationship. You need to. Start intentionally developing relationship, and it's definitely going to be of help to you. There is no relationship that's wasted. No relationship. So any question? Let me know. Okay, if there is no question, this is where we'll have to call it a night. Definitely, my name is Kevin Ogosagi, and I'm sincerely grateful that you joined us in this webinar. And of course, I want to see you in our next meeting. This is brought to you by Prela, and definitely we'll be having more of this meeting. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Do have a lovely night rest. Mr. Emmanuel, what happened?
See, I like using bicycles when I'm going for important stuff like this. Transportation happened.
What happened?
All those many stepping on the road. I spent more than 40 minutes on the road. Because I had to go to Boston House first. I didn't carry my bike. So looking keke,
Let me check this. It was. Are you
Let's
have it.
these legs, come and check what I don't know how to fix legs. The last time I removed the legs on camera, I took me 1 year. I could still couldn't fix it. But this is instruction. I think I know compatible.
Let me see.
What's camera, Mom? Jesus. 60. My God. 60D. Only 6D, I mean. Yeah, about 2. I think this is looking for.
Why is doing this? Weightless.
this something that I'm looking at.
Mm.
I think it's
Okay.
this from this
It's not the same. See you after.
this
Hello?
You are still online.
Which of the online I am? Is it Facebook, YouTube?
YouTube.
No, no, it has ended.
I'm not calling. You can check again.
It has not ended.
Not very much online, no. I'm just doing and seeing you.
You are seeing me. Oh, give me a minute.